Hello and welcome to the Cinema Australia Wrap. My name is Matthew Eeles. Usually we publish a written wrap-up of Australian film news on our Facebook page, but we thought we'd resurrect our video version, which some of our long-time followers may remember from a few years ago. Anyway, let's get started. A bunch of Australian film trailers dropped recently, including Catherine Dwyer's Brazen Hussies, I Met a Girl starring Brenton Thwaites and Lily Sullivan, Seth Larney's new sci-fi 2067, the Queensland-shot Helsinki set black comedy Bloody Hell, as well as an intriguing trailer for Victoria Wolfie McIntyre's The Flood, which has been described as a blend of Tarantino and The Chant of Jimmy Blacksmith. We recently caught up with Victoria to talk about The Flood, and you can find that full trailer at cinemaaustralia.com.au. Perhaps the most impressive trailer to drop recently is our first full look at Occupation Rainfall, director Luke Sparks' follow-up to his highly ambitious and genuinely impressive sci-fi Occupation. Take a look at the trailer.
Is this gonna be it? Running, fighting, hiding, repeat, until we run out of luck?
I risk my life and that of my family to align myself with you and your kind. I can never go back.
War is a messy and profoundly savage business. There is no magical diplomatic solution. We are losing. Do you understand me?
Head over to cinemaaustralia.com.au to see the full trailer and to find some exclusive clips from the film. Occupation will have its world premiere at Monsterfest this month. A year after the release of his most recent film, The Blood of God writer, director and producer Dave O'Hardy has announced he is in pre-production on his fifth film, Public Eye, penned during the COVID-19 lockdown period. Public Eye will explore how people use social media to highlight their achievements, distract from their shortcomings, and fracture their personalities for attention, validation, and sometimes remuneration, while waiving their right to privacy and anonymity. Western Australian filmmaker Jub Clerk has also announced her new film Sweet As, which recently received major production funding from Screen Australia, with filming to take place in WA. Inspired by Clerk's own experiences growing up in the Pilbara and Kimberley regions of Western Australia, Sweet As is co-written by Steve Rogers, with Liz Kearney producing and Robert Connolly as the executive producer. They made Paper Planes together, which I'm sure most of you will remember. Clerk has worked on films including Mad Bastard, Satellite Boy, Jasper Jones and Mystery Road Season 1. There's never a shortage of new Australian content to watch online, and a few standouts dropped recently, including John Fraser's bold debut feature film Choir Girl. Choir Girl follows Eugene, a lonely photographer who becomes obsessed with an underage prostitute, Josephine, in his rundown neighbourhood. Choir Girl is available across multiple streaming platforms now. Two new web series dropped, including Meet the Mullets from comedy trio The Travelling Sisters and Love, Guns and Level Ups, co-directed by Nick Cleary and Andrew Shanks. Cleary recently wrote exclusively for Cinema Australia about the making of the new series. Cleary said, "At its heart, it's a small and sweet love story, but that didn't stop us from pitching it as Notting Hill with guns." Young filmmaker Riley Sugars also released his award-winning film Rabbits. This is a very impressive short film which explores a complex father-son relationship. Set in late 1960s Australia, Henry and his father George stand in the field hunting. They are two different kinds of men, and George's overpowering nature dominates Henry's life. A freak event causes George to re-evaluate his nature and understanding his own failings. You can watch Rabbits now via cinemaaustralia.com.au. Check it out, this one's really good. In film festival news, Australian filmmaker Claire McCann has announced the launch of Sydney Women's International Film Festival, with the inaugural event set to launch on November 27 at United Cinemas Opera Keys. The Adelaide Film Festival will also open on October 15 with a heap of Australian film screenings, including 2067, High Ground, Disclosure, I Am Woman, Moonrock for Monday, Awoken, My First Summer and more. My Mistress director Stephen Lance has written an exclusive article for Cinema Australia about his new short film Torch Song, which will also screen at the Adelaide Film Festival. Keep an eye out for that over the coming days. We'll also be publishing an exclusive clip from the film. Finally, Dirt Music, Never Too Late, Bloody Hell and Rams all hit cinemas this month. So make sure you get out there and support Australian cinema. We've just published our recent review for Bloody Hell, which we've given 4.5 stars. We absolutely loved it. We'll also be publishing interviews with the cast soon. If you're making a movie or you have a short film or web series coming up, make sure you get in touch with us because we'd love to help spread the word. Head over to cinemaaustralia.com.au for all the latest Australian film news, reviews, features and interviews, and make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud and more. Thanks for joining us, folks, and here's to the future of Australian cinema.